Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to your greatest YouTuber going to be. I'm back again after all these days because I really wanted you to learn and practice. Joking. Right, so what was happening was, as you all know, not most of you know that what happened was in England, the weather was really warm. And because the area or the place where I usually make my videos, it was really burning and it was really warm up there. And then accordingly, what was happening was I started thinking that the shine will come from the side of the window and I won't be able to express it properly. So that is why, right now that I'm back. So what was our last video? Yes, CIDR notation. CIDR notation. Ladies and gentlemen, in ipv4 address. ipv4 address, no, subnetting. Yes. See, I am losing track myself as well. Right, so when I say CIDR notations in ipv4, obviously if you see my previous videos, so anyone who's new, as I say to them all the time, what you got to do is go into my playlist and go into network fundamentals and you can see all the videos. In the last video, we were talking about /32 mask and I was giving brief examples of CIDR notations. So today, if in your CCNA exams or as a network engineer or when you're looking at network diagrams and you want to make sense of the CIDR notations, which is /31, /8, as I explained in the previous videos, I'll just say /8 and then you have /9, then you have /10. And a lot of people will start thinking, what the heck is /8, /9, and /10? And it carries on to /32. So that's what's called CIDR notation. So in your exam, when it is said to you that convert this prefix notation, so a lot of people will call it slash notation, or usually it's called prefix notation. It is called by a lot of names. So once there is notation involved, what we got to do is right, that's a /8 here, which means that first we will make octets. So what is the first step? Anyone? You there? Right, yeah. So first we'll break it into octets. So there we go. As you know, we are looking at 32 bits because it is what? IPv4 addressing. Thank you. Now, just to let you know that if you're not doing IPv4 addressing, you're looking at IPv6 addressing. And remember, IPv6 addressing is what? 128-bit. Just checking. A lot of people might be doing N plus or CCNA. And believe me or not, at the moment we are on IPv4 addressing. But as you all know, IPv6 is very important. It's a major part. Yeah. So now you have /8 here. So we are converting it into octets first. So that's our octet number 1. Yeah. So when it says /8, so the value of /8 is always going to be 255. Now, as we all know that there is 32 bits, so there's nothing here. So that's, we have converted this into 4 octets. So octet number 1, octet number 2, 3, and octet number 4. Now, similarly, very, very easy. It's not rocket science. It's very easy. It's just come with practice. So what we have done is part number 1, we have broken it into octets. Part number 2, we have already given it values. So 255, which is the value of the 8-bit. Now, values have been given. So part number 2, which is already done. So I'm just going to cut it short. And what we really need to do is now try to add the bits. So octet number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Similarly, So as we all know, we got /8, which is 8 bits here, 255. The value of 8 bits is always what? 255. Now, as we all know, there is nothing else involved, so 0, 0, 0, 0. So now if we add all the bits together, 8 plus 0 dot 0 dot 0. So similarly, our answer is 8, and that is what is called /8 notation. And the subnet mask or the dotted decimal that we get out of it is, ladies and gentlemen, that's the answer. Easy peasy. So that is a slash notation in itself, and that's /8. Now you carry on practicing these masks. They are so important because you have to do the mind maths, and especially when you're looking at the network diagrams, and there'll be class A, B, and C. If you see my previous videos, you know what I mean by class A addresses, B, and C. You can go on the internet and search for them as well. So when you're looking at the network diagrams, and when you see /8, /9, /10, you will know what I mean. So for today, just remember, carry on practicing it. So first what you do is, when you see /8 or the prefix notation, you need to break it into 4 octets. So octet number 1 will always have 8 bits, and you can do that as well. So 1 byte is 8 bits as well. So if you can't remember octets, just remember 1 byte is 8 bits. You can do it that way as well. Then you have to assign values. As you all know that for every single bit that we have here, there is a specified value. So the value specified one is, for the first bit, is always 128. Da-da-da-da-da. If I could just improve my writing. For number 2 is 192. Bit number 3 is 224. Bit number 4 is 240. So similarly, we carry on, and the value of the 8 bits, which we are dealing with here, is 255, which we have just put it here. So now, just to let you know, in /9, once we move into the second octet, because /8 covers only our first octet. So here, because it's 9, so there'll be one value here. So the first value is always 128, which we will do in the next one. So if you'll remind me, we'll do the next slash notation, which is /9. We'll carry on with our ipv4 subnetting videos to make it easier for you. But just to let you know, I will bring some little bit of taste of VLSM, variable length subnet masking, and maybe I'm gonna bring a little bit of taste of IPv6, and there's all ands coming in because CCNA and N+, there's so much involved in it. IPv4 addressing nowadays, gentlemen, ladies, and everyone, IPv4 nowadays is just a part of it. So yeah, you all need to know it. But interestingly, this is basic, but you carry on learning yourself. And now my suggestion is, as I made videos on it as well, so we are talking about network layer here, usually network layer. So this is all happening in network layer, IPv4 addressing here. But as you all know, in OSI there is other layers as well. So I mean physical layer, data link layer. So data link layer, my suggestion would be, along with doing this, just have a know-how of MAC addresses as well. So if you learn about MAC addresses, that's important as well. But for today, we have just done CIDR. So I'll cover all the notations of CIDR. My way of teaching or learning myself is very, normal, so that you can actually understand the logic behind it. So in the next video, we /9, 10, I'll try to cover more slashes as well until we reach to the /32. Now, when we talk about IPv6, as you all know, we'll be talking more about it. It's a good idea to learn them hand in hand. So maybe last year I would have said to you, just learn IPv4 addressing. This year is my humble request that carry on looking at IPv6 as well, which is really important. And obviously, in relation to that, we have NAT, network address translation, PAT, port address translation. There's a lot involved in it, and yeah, hopefully and slowly we'll get there. But just to let you know, once you practice and master the skill of IPv4 subnetting, then you move forward and see. It is, though it's really important, because just to let you know that this part is going to be assigning IP addresses to different ports and to different areas. So that's the third part. So in CLI, they would expect you to learn more things as well, like declaring a host name. I always try to move my video short. So how to configure a host name, and then how to configure a banner, then assigning IP addresses where we are here in this portion. Obviously finding out the mask and IP addresses here, so that will go in there. And then again, how to shut down that port, or how to finish the configuration and move on to the next one. So it's a big C that we have done a dive inside. So slowly and steadily, once you master these skills, you move into the next one. Because my only suggestion is, if someone really wants to get into the IT field, they need to a little bit speed up, because the pace which I have, or other learners or people or other students like me, is a pace in which I think that learn the skill to its best, and then when you have the best of it, then give certification exam. But some people might be otherwise, they have other things going on, and if they can, they need to learn a bit more faster, do basic stuff, and try to pass the exam. And then it works different ways, but my suggestion is learn CCNA or N plus properly, and then give the certificate exam, especially with Cisco's and CompTIA. Now, on the other hand, if someone really wants to just give exam with normal organization, normal educational institutions, which I have obviously given as well, that's good as well. But again, the whole criteria is learning through a proper area, a proper institution or organization who provides it, like Cisco, CompTIA. Both ways is very successful. So whatever you can do, wherever you feel easy, there's no tension, no pressure. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.